Your top stories making the rounds today, Tuesday, the 25th of July 2023. This is the Cetrix News Trends. Sign in as uj@gmail.com. Account and settings. Premium Times, ministerial list. After about 56 days in office, Tinubu has till Friday to appoint ministers. 11 hours ago, row 3, in grid, 50 rows, 1. After Tinubu has till Friday to release ministerial list. I don't know why. I think it was Buhari that started this tradition of takes his time. It takes months before he nominates his ministers. See, my view is this: you had how many days? You won the election on February 25th. I think it was announced within that week. Let's see, ending of February. So you had between the ending of February, March, April, May. You were sworn in May. So you had 3 months to consider before you became, what do you call it, president. Was there not enough time for you to come up with your list of ministers? I understand that there are a lot of political considerations to make, but this can no longer be so. You win an election, you know you're going to get sworn in, definitely, on May 29th. Why don't you start working on it? So once you get in, you are throwing those lists in, it's getting approved, and government continues. Why do you have to go through this break in transmission? So they may understand. Excuse me, we're in July as we speak. This is ending of July. In fact, it's exactly how many months? March, April, May, June, July. It's actually 5 months since you won an election. They're going to say 5 months is not enough time for you to consider who will lead what parastatal or what ministry. It does not make sense. You win an election, you're going to get sworn in. Start preparing your list. Once you come in, first week, second week, you drop the list and everybody moves on. This months of anticipating the ministerial list, like it does not make sense. Let's do better. It does not make sense. Next story. Daily Post Nigeria, presidential election tribunal, white Macadam monitoring judges for Tinubu. Petitions date alleges 7 hours ago, row 4. What is that? Daily Post Nigeria, presidential election tribunal, white Macadam monitoring judges for Tinubu. Petitions date alleges 7 hours ago, row 4. Double tap to activate. Wiki monitoring judges. How does this make sense? I beg, next story. I won't put my mouth into this. This is allegation that I don't understand, and I won't put my mouth into it. Guardian Nigeria, drug war nabbed with 93 cocaine wraps in Lagos hotel yesterday, row 7. No, I've covered this story yesterday, so move on. Daily Post Nigeria, BBNaija All-Stars, giveaway offers seeking 120 meters to leave house, 22 hours ago, row. Premium Times, Unilag honor renowned sociology professor Olu with valedictory lecture 2 days ago, row 8. Unilag honor, wow. Unilag to honor sociology lecturer Olu with valedictory lecture. I love this news flash. This was my lecturer, so it feels good seeing him in the news. I don't know what it is about, but it feels good to see your own lecturer being honored by your university in the news. Just had a good feeling to it, So congrats, Professor Lai Olurudi, one of my lecturers when I was in this university. The next story. Kidwaya offers CC 120. 120 million to leave the house. It's not just about the money now. I think they go because of the money, but that is why they go is the followership. Do stuff, trend. Your Instagram accounts continue to blow, your Facebook, your Twitter, they also do it for the fame as well, not just for the money. So just for the money, a lot of people that feel they will not be able to win wouldn't go into the house. But I think they also do it because of the fame they get, the exposure they get, the connection they get, the friendship they build. I think that those are some of the things that they do when they go into the house, not just because of the money. So I would be surprised if she takes the money and runs, because she has been here before. So I don't think it's just because of the money that she came back. I think they want more fame, more popularity, and you know. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Davido under fire over offensive video against Islam. Ah, hot take. Now, I I see where the issue is. I think the video, said in the video, about 45 seconds of the video, who went in front of the mosque, instead of praying, they started dancing. This is part of why I like Muslims over Christians, because Muslims don't tolerate some of the excesses of society. If this was a church, I bet you this would be over quickly. Nobody will hear about this. But I like this. I like. Excuse me. I like. Sorry. Sorry. So I like that. I like that. Muslims are saying no. They can't take this. They can't. This has to stop. So I think the video was even taken down. You know, I love that about Muslims. Because Christians, we tolerate a lot of nonsense that we tolerate, and it does not make any level of sense, because that is why the society is the way it is today. You see, for example, I know I'm digressing, but you see LGBT, you see what's wrong with my throat today? You see LGBT people go to the US, for example, they go to Rome, put LGBTQ flag in front of Rome, but they can't carry that same flag and put at their embassy at Saudi Arabia. They can't do that. Why? Because they don't tolerate those nonsense. But Christians, because we are just very, let them be, let everybody be on their own, it does not affect us, let's pray for them. And then all this nonsense continues to come up. I think the moment that Christians learn a few things from Muslims, learn to say no. I think even in the Catholic Church, the Pope is beginning to permit in some of these, just just creeping it in slowly. That so we're creeping all these Western nonsense and permitting it in church. Slowly beginning to do that, and I'm confused because this was not what religion was for or what it was about back in the day. So that's what I feel. The reason why Islam is still as strong as the way it is right now is because at least they don't tolerate. They have bottom lines, but Christians, we don't have bottom lines. Anything goes for us. Believe them, tolerate them, accept them. What they are doing does not affect you. Let's leave them alone. And that's where we find ourselves today. So it's good that Muslims refuse to tolerate this, and they without taking the video down. I know you are trying to portray art, but let's respect people's boundaries. Thank you. Adekunle emerges first head of house. Makes a lot of sense. You know, it's good that Adekunle is showing himself. Ever the competitive Adekunle. I think in his set he also emerged head of house as well. So it's good that this competitive streak is still with him. It's good because what it does is it puts his name out there real quick, so people easily gives you that first week trend and first week startup. So this definitely means that he goes it's not leaving this first. I doubt he adequately leaves the house this first 2 weeks simply because of this action. So congrats Adekunle, that he won the head of house challenge, making a set proud. So yeah, congrats to him.
Daily Post Nigeria. BBNaija All Stars. Adekunle emerges first ever head of household 7 hours ago. Row 14. Vanguard. Nigeria has failed Africa. Obasanjo. 12 hours ago. Row 16.
Obasanjo, Nigeria has failed Africa. Obasanjo has, I don't know, like, okay, yes, he talks. It makes a lot of sense most of the time when he talks. And I don't know, how does Obasanjo remains this agile and strong and continues to travel all around and give speeches? I don't understand how. He's supposed to be older than most of our presidents today, isn't he? It should be in his late 80s. How is he still this strong? So before I go into my critique of him, I think I just appreciate Obasanjo first. Because at his age, he continues to do these things he's doing. Traveling all around, giving speeches, giving hot take. I think we need to appreciate Obasanjo for this. So now let's go into what he's talking about. Nigeria has failed Africa. I was alive and in the country when Obasanjo himself was the president of Nigeria. So if Nigeria failed Africa, don't you feel a little bit of shame standing there and talking about how Nigeria failed Africa? Because you run the country. You ruled the country for 8 years. And we were seeking for a third term of another 4 years. That was your tenure, if I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong. So don't you feel a little bit of shame, just a tiny bit of shame standing there talking about how Nigeria failed Africa when you are one of the leaders that ruled within the period of time that Nigeria participated in the failing of Africa? I think Obasanjo just like that thing on the wall that refuses to go away. We've cleaned it, it did not go. We painted the house, it did not go. We broke down the walls, built up the walls, the wall is back up, and then the stain is still there. He refuses to just go. Just go. Go. We understand you ruled us. We understand everybody knows that you benefited financially from the ruling of governance of Nigeria. Let me not use governance, from the ruling of Nigeria. We understand all these things. Let's stop all this. Sit down in your outer mansion and stay there. Quiet. You can't, every time someone comes into power, you're always having your opinions. You're always going around condemning here, condemning there, bringing solutions here, bringing solutions there. If you were this smart and wise when you were the president of Nigeria, why didn't you change the way the country was? In fact, we were the first civilian government after elected civilian government after the last military regime. So there's anybody that should have laid the groundwork for a successful Nigeria today, that would have been you. So if you going around and condemning presidents, condemning the way things are done, it all started from you. So please, let's move on. Do I have a story here?
Legit.ng. Photos friend as rapper breaks dad takes photos with Davido. Rocks 30 BG diamond chain. Fans react. All up. 8 hours ago. Row 20. Legit.ng. Photos friend as rapper breaks dad takes photos with Davido. Rocks 30 BG diamond chain. Fans react.
Okay, I don't know the story here, so I've thought Davido already. So last story.
Daily Post Nigeria. 4 Boko Haram members planning to attack Atiku arrested. 10 hours ago. Row 22.
4 Boko Haram members planning to attack Atiku arrested. Okay. Congrats to, kudos to the security agencies for arresting these 4 suspected Boko Haram members that were planning to attack Atiku. But on the other hand, they knew they were planning to attack Atiku and they were Boko Haram members. How? Can we also begin to arrest Boko Haram members that are planning to attack communities and other not so important people? Because our security parastatals seem to be very efficient when it comes to the VIPs. You know, they have not even attacked Atiku yet. They were planning to attack Atiku and they were arrested. these persons, these celebrities or these political persons' family member was kidnapped. In a few weeks, rescued. But then you see those not so important ones gets kidnapped and stay there for months and years. Can we first understand that I don't think we are done seeing all the Chibok girls, and this is 2023. Chibok girls was when they were, that was 9 years ago.
Daily Post Nigeria.
So we are not done seeing all our Chibok girls. And a lot of kidnappings. I don't think we are done seeing any of the complete list of those that were kidnapped either by bandits or by Boko Haram members. So all these our efficient security personnel that are very efficient when it comes to the lives and families of the political elites. They don't just sit well with me. What do you think about this matter? Let's know in the comment section below.
Overview button. Out.
And don't forget to like, share,
System launcher.
and subscribe to the eccentric side. Till next time, stay eccentric.